Yizzo, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. Feel what I'm saying? You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now, listen, you already know how we do here. Time and energy is the highest forms of currency, my G. Time and energy are the highest forms of currency. I mean, I know they got you out here chasing the bag, chasing that money, chasing that moolah, getting to that guap, getting to that paper, but always keep in the front of your mental Rolodex that time and energy are the highest forms of currency at all times. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Big salute to all my new investors. Big salute to all my day one investors. Y'all already know I see y'all out there. Tap in and tap out, but you already know my slogan. You feel what I'm saying? Super Bowl party, Super Bowl halftime show. Now, I'm just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl. I'm in tune with sports. I'm in tune with everything that's going on, everything that's going down. So just like the majority of America, I sat here and I watched the Super Bowl. Beautiful game. It went into halftime. It was overtime. Big salute to the Kansas City Chiefs for doing what they do. You know what I mean? That's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother live for a whole nother time. But you see the title. You see the title and you see the thumbnail. And I gotta say, man, these halftime shows, it's time for somebody to speak on what I'm seeing when it comes to these Super Bowl halftime shows. Jay-Z, we all know the industry's biggest puppet. He stepped in when the Colin Kaepernick situation was going on, and he took over the halftime show. Even though Jay-Z is the biggest puppet in the industry, billionaire Hove, when it comes to the higher ups and the elites, when it comes to those league owners, when it comes to those team owners, he is reduced to choreographing a halftime show. You know what I mean? Rapping and tapping, spitting and skitting. You already know how I'm coming. And everybody gets up in arms. Everybody is excited. Everybody is watching to see this halftime show. You feel what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong. I wanna see as well. I want to see what all the fuss is about. But being as though my third eye is open, being as though I can see through the smoke and mirrors, being as though I can see behind the curtain. Watching this particular halftime show with Usher, it was a different experience for me. I'm sure it was a lot of people dancing around. It was a lot of people singing the songs with Usher, because I ain't gonna lie, Usher got a lot of hits. Usher got a lot of hits, you understand? But it's so much deeper than rap. It's so much deeper than music when I'm watching this halftime show. And my wheels get to turning. My wheels get to turning, and it's red flags all over the field, just like one of those officials throwing that flag on the field. I mean, it's a flag on a play, my G. And what came to my mind, what was downloaded from the cosmos, what was downloaded to me to give to y'all is that, listen, man, we are much more than a Super Bowl halftime show. We are much more. We bring so much more to this country. We have done so much more on this land than to be reduced, to be brought down to a Super Bowl halftime show. And it'll take somebody like a Jay-Z. It'll take somebody like one of their biggest puppets to get us in the mind frame of a Super Bowl halftime show, my G. You got to really look at this for what it is. Like, what are we here to do? Entertain you? Are you not entertained? Is that what you come here for? You come here to see black people on stage rapping and tapping, spitting and skitting, dancing and prancing. Yeah, that's what it was looking like to me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for some reason, when you put these glasses on, my G, you can never take them off. When you can see through the matrix, you can never stop seeing what's going on. When you can see past the smoke and mirrors, it's hard to get caught up in the smoke, my G. It's hard to get caught up in the smoke. So everybody's dancing, everybody's rapping, everybody's tapping, everybody's jigabooing and entertaining these people. That's what we've been reduced to when it come down to this halftime show. It is entertainment for these people. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, I'm gonna use this to kind of branch off into what I've been talking about for the last few days when it come down to this Grammy speech that Jay-Z gave. Because this is a prime example of what he was talking about when he was delivering that Grammy speech. And we all know, Jay-Z did the Grammy speech and he was talking about how Beyonce is should get this award and how Beyonce hasn't won that award and whatever. Again, a lot of people heard what he said about Beyonce. A lot of people heard him defending his wife, but I heard everything else because I see through the smoke and mirrors. And what Jay-Z put into that speech was a message to Black America. He told the youngsters, hey, listen, if they don't give you the award this time, if they don't respect your culture, if they don't respect your creativity, if they don't respect your intellectual property, then just keep coming back over and over again. Come back over and over again until they make you a general manager, until they make you, one of the lead puppets. Keep coming back over and over again. I mean, you got to be able to see what Jay-Z has been put in place to do. You got to be able to see what these puppets are put there for. Jay-Z didn't tell the youngsters, listen, if you don't like the Grammys, go start your own awards. We can start our own awards and we can give the accolades out the right way, and we can respect the culture. We can respect this music the right way, because you know what? The Grammys don't seem to be able to get it right. They don't understand the in-depth of this culture. They just see, what they see. They just see Drake. They just see what's on the surface. But because they can't see what's beneath the surface, because they not scratching the surface, how about we start our own organization? Yeah, the time is now. But instead, Jay-Z told everybody to come back to the Grammys over and over and over again. Tapping and rapping, spitting and skitting. That's what he was doing on that stage. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he stood on that stage, he gave that speech, and all he told y'all to do was to tap in. Stay tapped in with the people. Stay tapped in with the higher-ups and the elites that give out these Grammy Awards, that run the Grammy Awards. You got to understand something. When the Grammy Awards come on, it say the 100th annual Grammy Award Show, the 105th annual Grammy Award Show. Annual. See, that 105th, that means 105 years, 103 years. However many years the Grammy's been going on, that's what gives it its validity. That's what gives it the stamp of certification that everybody is looking for. So until we start our own award show, the first annual, the second annual, all the way to the 100th annual award show, then we got our own validity. Now we can stamp and certify our own awards, and it means something. But you ain't got nobody that's at the top of this game. You ain't got nobody at the top of the mountain looking down, telling y'all this is what we need to do. You got Jay-Z at the top of the mountain, billionaire Hove, telling y'all to keep coming back to the Grammys. If they don't give it to you this time, you can hope and pray they give it to you next time. And again, we can branch that off into the Super Bowl, because I know you see the thumbnail. I know you see the title. We are much bigger than a Super Bowl halftime award show, my G. And you got to understand something, really sit back, really ingest and take in what you saw Usher doing on that stage. Really, if you got to rewind it, go look at it again. And you can't tell me it felt the same. You can't tell me watching Usher dancing up there felt, nah, it ain't hitting the same no more. It ain't hitting the same. It don't feel the same like back in the day when we used to watch the Super Bowl, halftime show. And this year it might have been country music, and next year it was Michael Jackson, and the year after that it was somebody else. Why every year it got to be some hip hop, it got to be some black dudes and some R&B singers and some black people shucking and jiving on stage for all these drunk, yeah. Why is that? Why don't Jay-Z switch it up? Why Jay-Z ain't said to himself, listen, man, yeah, we done did enough dancing. We done did enough shoe shining for y'all. Let's move it here. Let's move it there. Let's do it this way. Let's do it that way. Now, Usher, I respected the Vegas, the residencies that he had in Vegas. I respect that. And I understand that every artist and every celebrity and every entertainer wants to have the Super Bowl under his belt. But in the time that we are in when it comes to America, in the times that we are in when it comes to this land right here, you got to understand something, homie. This is all propaganda. It's a reason for all of this. Right now, they got Taylor Swift and Kelsey all on TV. I'm looking right at them, kissing and everything. Right now, it's a reason. Ask yourself this. How many illegal immigrants then came across the border during this game right here? Since the Super Bowl started to now that the Super Bowl is over, how many illegal immigrants had done came across that border? How many rec centers that while y'all was watching the Super Bowl, they went and they shut down and they closed off and they started filling those rec centers and those community centers with immigrants? See, back in the day, I think one of the reasons why I'm triggered, one of the reasons why instead of being able to just look at the Super Bowl and watch the Super Bowl halftime show, I'm being able to see through the smoke and mirrors is because back in the day, we had Muhammad Ali's, my G. We had superstar athletes and superstar entertainers that was willing to speak up at the perfect time. Do you understand what I'm saying? You got a Muhammad Ali. If he was to be on stage at the Grammys, he would be talking about the immigrant crisis in America right now. He would be making and mentioning all the money sent to the Ukraine right now. He wouldn't get up there and tell you to join the army. He wouldn't get up there and tell you to keep coming back to this academy, even though they keep robbing you out your award, even though they keep robbing you out of your accolades. Just keep coming back. See, that's the problem. That's the problem. Yeah, 100%, my G. 100%. I sat here and I watched the game. I watched the game. But see, again, I'm watching through a whole nother lens than most people. So yeah, did I watch the game? Yeah, but I broke down all of the commercials. It was a Pfizer commercial up there that really caught my eye. I'm going to talk about that in another live stream. It was a Pfizer commercial up there. You know the people that made the jab? You know the company and the scientists that made billions and trillions of dollars getting American people to do what they wanted them to do? They had a commercial during the Super Bowl, and I peeped it. So I watched the Super Bowl because I like to be able to point out the propaganda. I like to be able to point out the smoke and mirrors. I'm different, my G. I'm different. I'm a weapon. I'm dangerous when it come to this. I'm dangerous when it come to this. So yeah, I peeped a lot. I peeped a lot. During this whole Super Bowl situation, I seen a lot. And it triggered me. And I had to come directly to the people. I had to come directly to the day one investors, my G, and all my new subscribers. Make sure you subscribe if you ain't already hit the button. And I was smart enough, my G. I was smart enough to wait till the Super Bowl was over because I understand where everybody's eyes is at. I understand that everybody in America is watching the Super Bowl. And while everybody is looking at that screen, they running more immigrants. More and more. Again, it's not about blaming Jay-Z. It's not about blaming certain entertainers. What I like to do is call them out. What I like to do is point the finger at them, put the mirror in their face. Because when you take the role of a Jay-Z, instead of it being Tupac, because Tupac, we already know what he was going to do. But when Jay-Z stepped into that role, he knew exactly what he was doing. And he already understood that the majority of the people out here are sheep. So they're not going to be able to see past, Jay-Z, the rapper. That's why he wanted to drop another album, because the majority of the sheep only see Jay-Z as a rapper, but the higher ups and the elites been knew his potential. So when all that was going down with the NFL and Colin Cap, they pulled Jay-Z out the hat. Let everybody know we past kneeling. So Jay-Z said we past kneeling. So what we gonna do next? I guess what we gonna do next is just, we gonna choreograph these halftime shows. Make sure it's some dudes up there. Make sure it's some black people up there shucking and jiving, spitting and skitting, rapping and tapping for the halftime show. Pay them a nice low check, make sure they get what they need. But y'all gonna entertain. Oh, nigga, get your ass on stage. We need you entertaining these people. And just like in the title, I told you, we so much bigger. You ain't feel that. You ain't feel how peon that was. How small that was. That was nothing, my G. Watching Usher dance around for 15, 20 minutes, it was nothing, my G. It was actually disgusting work. I ain't gonna lie. JD, I thought that was CeeLo Green when I was looking on. I said, yo, when did Usher do a song with CeeLo Green? But come to find out, that was JD. That was Jermaine Dupri. But I thought he was CeeLo Green. Alicia Keys wasn't hitting those notes how Alicia Keys was supposed to be hitting those notes. It's disgusting work, my G. I would rather them have country music. Jay-Z need to get a rock star. He need to get Taylor Swift. He need to get the country music. He need to change it up. Because right now, it's bigger than rap. It's bigger than what bruh, we are so much bigger than the Super Bowl halftime show. In the same way everybody was watching that halftime show, it's the same way y'all need to be paying attention to what's going on in America right now. Now, I got a lot of people in the DM, right? They asking me about the immigrant crisis and what I think. And yeah. Listen. Diva, I thought that was CeeLo Green. I said to myself, when did Usher Raymond do a song with CeeLo Green? I'm talking all the way down to the calf muscles. Jermaine Dupri used to be he used to be slim. He used to be a little like a midget. He was real short and he was slim. You understand? So when I saw Jermaine Dupri on stage, I saw the bald head, the glasses, the button up, and I said, that's CeeLo Green. And I said, let me check his shin muscles. Let me check his ankles. Because I don't believe that that's Jermaine Dupri. It looked kind of like CeeLo Green. And then I went and looked down at his ankles. Oh, and he had the CeeLo Green ankles as well. I'm talking, yo, Jermaine Dupri looked like CeeLo Green from head to toe. That motherfucker gained 30. Jermaine Dupri gained 15 pounds in his ankles and his shin muscles. Jermaine Dupri looked like he could play soccer and kick the ball through the net with his shin muscles and his calf muscles. I had to get that out. I just wanted to say that out loud because I wasn't sure if I was the only one that saw that. And in the thumbnail, you can see CeeLo Green. I mean, Jermaine Dupri. You can see him standing right there by Usher in the thumbnail. Now that I got that off my they both from Atlanta. They both from Atlanta, so they must got that Atlanta blood in them. They must got those Atlanta genetics in them, cause Jermaine Dupri looked like he was with Goody Mob while he was on the stage, and it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. But let's get back on track. A lot of people in the DM asking me about the migrant crisis, asking me about Trump, asking me what's my thoughts on the situation. What do I think about what's going on? What's my perspective? And see, I'm here to tell you, a lot of people are scared. A lot of people are doing content saying that the migrants are going to replace black people. They're going to displace and replace black people. But what I'm here to tell you is, and I said this before, if you check my last live stream, I said this already. They are not here to replace black people. They are here to replace the slaves in America. The migrants are here to replace the slaves. They are the new slaves. They are the new niggas. They are the new thugs and criminals. And if you look at if you look at these media platforms, the narrative is being painted already. The ball is already beginning to start rolling. You understand what I'm saying? They are here to be painted as thugs and criminals. They are here to fill up the private prison systems. They are here to become the new slaves of America. Because again, like I told you, black people, listen, like it or not, we have risen above halftime Super Bowl shows, homie. We have risen above. That shit was mediocre what I just saw them do because we are now at another level. And before black people can fully fight for reparations, before black people, my people, can really step into the position of starting to get what's owed to us on this land, they got to have a new slave. So if we ain't going to be able to call y'all thugs, we got to find new thugs, homie. If we ain't going to be able to call y'all the bottom of the barrel, we got to find a new people to put at the bottom of the barrel. And there you are. There you have it. And what do you mean by that, Grown Man Business TV? I mean, well, you already see what's going on. You got immigrants beating up the police. You got illegal aliens running in people's yard out there in New York, tearing their flags down, beating them up in their own yard, and then flicking the bird at the camera when they walk off and go to jail. These are the beginning stages of painting the narrative of these illegal immigrants. Now you're gonna have all these illegal immigrants coming to America. You got all of these illegal immigrants already in America, wanting work visas. They want to work. That's all they want to come here and do is work. Well, who's going to give them jobs? Who's going to employ them? Just like back in the day when you was a black man and you went to go get a job and you filled out your application and the person that was hiring you looked at you and they said, I'm not giving him a job because he's black. It's going to be the same way for these illegal immigrants. When they get these work visas and they go fill out applications and they go to get jobs, it's going to be hardworking, business-owned Americans saying, you one of those illegal aliens. Yeah, you fit the credentials. Yeah, you can work here, but I'm not giving you a job. So they're gonna have to go through the mud. Who's gonna listen? We already got it out the mud. It's gonna be their turn to get it out the mud. And I told y'all this already. It's gonna be hardworking, business owning Americans that's gonna look at these illegal immigrants and look at the application and say, yes, Hector Jose Marina. Hector Jose Marina. Okay, yeah, okay. You all want this? You want to work full time? Oh, okay, okay. You are a legal immigrant. You came in the migrant crisis. We have no work for you. We have no work for you. So that's one of the main reasons why these immigrants are here. That's one of the main reasons why it's happening so fast. It's because, black people are at the point where we are stepping on a neck when it comes to reparations. We are stepping on a neck when it comes to what's owed to us in this country. And we make up a major part of the voting process. We do the halftime Super Bowl shows. We got Jay-Z out there doing the puppet, skitting and spitting, spitting and skitting. We got everything in place. We done built this land up. Before they say, cool, we going X, Y, and Z. Before Trump come in here and say, get them people what's owed to them, they're gonna flood it with immigrants. Now, I'm gonna approach this from a whole nother angle because that's just one angle. And you already know here at Grown Man Business TV, we coming from multiple different angles with this. So another main reason why these immigrants are flooding over the border, is because, believe it or not, all of these other countries that they talk about, China, all these other areas, all these other lands are falling apart. China is at a decline. Japan, all these places are at a decline when it comes to financial stability, when it comes to, everything. Reproduction. I mean, right now, it's more Chinese people coming across the border than anybody. Why is that? Their country is failing, my G. Their country is failing. And instead of coming out and saying that, they're going to act like America is failing. They're going to act like they're doing us a favor. But in all actuality, their country is failing. And being as though we owe them trillions of dollars because, the higher ups and the elites, the white people that run America has dropped the ball. The white people that run America and have been running America for a long time, they sold America out a long time ago. So America is in debt to China, trillions of dollars, trillions of dollars. And I know a lot of y'all don't like it when I say white. Y'all don't like when I point the finger directly at who I'm talking about. Y'all would rather me say them or they. Y'all don't like when, oh, don't be a racist. There's nothing racist about it. Listen. It's nothing personal. It's all business. It's nothing personal. It's all business. China is collecting on a part of that debt. Y'all owe us trillions of dollars. We're going to get rid of some of our people, and they're going to come on your land, and y'all going to take care of them. Y'all going to give them health care. Y'all going to give them debit cards. Y'all going to make sure they got shelter. Yeah. Because, these white people that been running America for all these years, they sold America out a long time ago. That's why America has become a consumer. It was one time in American history where we produced a lot of steel. We produced a lot of products. Everything wasn't consumed. I mean, we made a lot of things in-house. Vehicles, everything was made in America. Now, everything you see is made in China. Everything you see is made in Taiwan. And these higher ups and elites done sold America out so much that China wants Taiwan back. I mean, it's a lot going on in the world. It's a lot going on in the world. Hold on, man. Yeah, one thing for sure before I go to this next angle, I want to say this. To all my Caucasian people that rock with Grown Man Business TV, to all my white people that tune into the channel, because I got a lot of white people in the DM, and I'm be noticing a lot of white people in the chat. Don't take it personal. Once you take your pride out the situation, once don't become defensive, and you stand on Grown Man Business and you listen, what I'm saying, more than you talk, and you're not afraid to take accountability, then you'll be able to see clearly that there's nothing personal. It's not a race thing. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. White people have been running America for the last hundreds of years. White people have sold America out. When you talk to China, they're going to point out white people they've been doing business with, not black people. The state of America is due to white people fumbling the ball. It's due to white people fumbling the bag. It's due to white people being so obsessed with white supremacy, so obsessed with the American dream that y'all never thought that the chickens would come home to roost. And that's what's happening right now. They are flooding the borders. Flooding the borders. And I done gave y'all two reasons. First and foremost, they are the new slaves. It's a lot of these immigrants. The majority of these immigrants are not smart people. They are not intelligent. They are not scientists. They are not mathematicians. They are not smart people. So they, uneducated people, ignorant people, they're going to fill up the prison system. These are the people that are going to take full advantage of government assistance, because most black people, believe it or not, we are not on government assistance. We make too much to be approved for government assistance, regardless of what you think, regardless of what the narrative. So the majority of these immigrants are here to become criminals. They are here to go to jail. They are here for the Democratic Party, my G. That's the first reason. Secondly, the higher ups and the elites sold America out a long time ago to China. And being as though they sold America out, and when I say higher ups and the elites, I'm talking about the white people in government. Oh, all the highest positions in government, it's a white person right there. Now listen, being as though America was sold out to China, America's in debt to China, trillions of dollars. So you got to understand something. One hand is washing the other. This is not a coincidence. This is not by mistake that all of these Chinese people are figuring out how to come across the border and coming across the border. China's saying, listen, we got too many people over here. The economy is crashing in China. Do your research. Do your due diligence. Real estate. Everything over there right now is crumbling. So you know what? But being as though y'all owe us trillions of dollars, we're going to offload some of our people. Matter of fact, we're going to offload a lot of our people. We're going to offload. Y'all are going to take care of them. Y'all are going to give them government assistance. Y'all are going to give them shelter. Y'all are going to give them funds and food and aid. Yeah, that's what y'all going to do, America. Because y'all owe us trillions of dollars. But let me get deeper into my bag, my G. Oh, let me get deeper into my bag. The third angle is that it's a lot of spies coming into America. It's a lot of sales coming into it, to America. I said Atlanta, America. It's a lot of them, homie. Let me tell you something. In every 100 to 200 immigrants that come across that border, one in every 200 is a sale. And what do you mean by sell, grown man business? I mean, can you elaborate on that? Sure, I can elaborate on that. You know those guys that came over here from Al Qaeda, went down in Florida and took plane lessons and learned how to fly those planes, and then the whole 9/11 situation came out. That's what I mean when I say sales. You know, every 200 immigrants, there's to one person is an agent, is a sale, is a spy, is a kamikaze person. Oh, what do you mean? Like, why would they do that, grown man business? You telling us that they got kamikaze people coming across the border. You telling us that they got secret agents coming across the border. Well, grown man business TV, can you elaborate? Can you tell us why they would do that? Oh, that's what you come here for. So I got you. I got you. If all else fails, my G, if Trump gets into office and he starts to deporting these people and he starts to giving reparations to black people and he starts to rebuild in America, they're going to have people in every state that when they get the word, when they get the green light, they're going to cause havoc. They're going to set off a bomb. They're going to fly a plane into a building. They're going to start a war. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to be able to see past the smoke and mirrors. You got to be able to see past like these people just coming across the border and eating food and X, Y, and Z. The guys that's beat up those police officers, they don't plan to be here long. The young men that came over here from North Africa or China or wherever that beat up those police officers, they don't plan to be here long. They understand that when a green light is given, they're gonna do something crazy. They're gonna blow up a bomb. They're gonna blow up a building. They're gonna blow up a school. They're gonna do something crazy. And it's gonna happen simultaneously in every state or the majority of these states where these immigrants is at. Boom, something's gonna happen in New York. Boom, and something's gonna happen in Cali. Boom, something's gonna happen in Texas. Boom, something's gonna happen in Chicago. Now America is in a frenzy. Now America is under attack. And you got to understand something. I can get all of that from watching the Super Bowl. I can download all this information from watching the halftime Super Bowl show. and understanding that, damn, that was mediocre. They done got everybody so locked in. They don't got everybody so. Salute, Solo Warrior. I see you in the chat doing work. Look, I wasn't even paying attention to the chat. Hey, look, I wasn't even paying attention, but I get the glancing down, and I'm seeing, yeah, somebody. I got shooters in the chat because the information is only becoming more powerful. So more powerful the information come, right? The more trolls is gonna be in the chat. The more potent the information, the more trolls that the algorithm is gonna send to the chat. You got to understand something. I done went a long time with not having one troll in the chat. I done went a long time without having nobody interrupting my chat. And I ain't gonna lie, I like it like that. But I will say this. Salute to Solo Warrior. I got soldiers, I got shooters in the chat. So you got to be able to pin. You listen, man. The information is downloaded, and I just bring it to y'all. To me, it don't matter how you take it. I can't hold your hand when it come to this. I can't sugarcoat it. I carved out a lane for the real, and I'm the only one in it. So when I look at the Super Bowl, I think about Jay-Z. I think about the biggest puppet. When I look at Usher, shucking and driving, spitting and skitting, rapping and tapping all over the stage, I get to thinking to myself like, we done elevated so high as black people. That shit don't even excite me no more. It don't even, half the people on Facebook wasn't even feeling it. Instead of enjoying the show that they trying to give us, we picking apart the whole show. I'm stuck on how Jermaine Dupri was looking like CeeLo Green. I'm stuck on how Alicia Keys wasn't hitting those notes like Alicia Keys is supposed to be hitting those notes. The reason for that is because there's a lot going on in the world. I want y'all to understand something. And this is something that I tell my children, I tell my nieces and nephews, I tell my youngsters, anybody that fall under the voice of Grown Man Business TV, especially the youngsters. You know, when you go to school, when you go to college, when you complete a goal, whatever it is, everybody's gonna clap. Ooh, we're gonna be excited. Oh man, dog, congratulations. Congratulations, that was an amazing halftime show. Congratulations, that was an amazing football game. But guess what? It's all temporary. So after the halftime show is over, after the Super Bowl game is off, it's back to reality, my G. It's back to reality. That's another reason why this channel is shadow banned, because I'm here to open your mind up, to let you understand that all of this is a play. All of it is a movie to distract you from what's going on outside. And you already know it's a war going on outside that no man is safe from. It's multiple angles, multiple angles on why they flood America with these people. And everybody's stuck on the surface. Everybody's stuck on the Super Bowl. Everybody's stuck. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. After the Super Bowl is over, after all of this is done, the clapping is done. Everybody takes a shower and they get ready for bed. It's over. We back to reality. Now the Super Bowl is over. Now it's no more. Now what are you going to be entertained by? What can they use Jay-Z after the Super Bowl to entertain you, my G? Oh, maybe he'll drop an album. What after all of these immigrants get over here because they already over here, then what? After everybody's stuck on the migrant crisis, because you got to know something, America is infatuated with a crisis. Oh, it's the pandemic. It's a crisis. It's a bird flu. It's a swine flu. It's yeah, homie. It's always something with America. So now that the migrant crisis is over, then what? Now you got these secret agents that nobody's talking about. You ain't gonna hear nobody talking about all of these migrants, and the majority of these migrants are secret agents from Russia, from Palestine and China and whatever else. And they setting up shop in these asylum seekers cities. They setting up shops in these states that's allowing them to come. And if all else fails, my G, Yeah, and that means if Trump is brought back into office, which I'm rocking with Trump. If Trump comes back into office, Trump said he's going to deport all of these illegal immigrants. So what you think they going to do when Trump get in office? They going to get on a bus or a plane and go back to their country? They just going to say, okay, Trump, we tried it. It didn't work. We're going to get on a bus. We're going to get on a plane, and we're going to let you fly us back to our land. Nah, that's not going to happen. So when Trump get in office and Trump say, I'm deporting all of you motherfuckers, I'm getting all of y'all, we getting rid of everybody. America first. That's when it's going to start it's going to be a domino effect. Boom, something's going to go off in New York. Boom, something's going to go off in Atlanta. Boom, Chicago. Boom, Texas. Boom, California. And now it'll be another crisis we got to worry about. It won't be the immigrant crisis. It won't be the border crisis. It'll be a war on American soil. It'll be that crisis. Salute to everybody that's in the chat, man. You know, we tapped in. We not staying too long. Quick 60 minutes of power, man. A quick 60 minute of power. Black people, we have risen above. We have risen far above a halftime Super Bowl show. It's inevitable, man. This shit gotta stop. It's ridiculous. And I don't know how much more, I don't know how many more times, we gonna let Jay-Z get over with this bullshit. How many more times we gonna let Jay-Z act like he did something with these corny ass halftime shows, homie? You know what I'm saying? How many times y'all just gonna sit back and let Jay-Z do this corny ass shit and don't say nothing about it? Listen, if you ain't gonna use some of those billions to rebuild the black community, if you ain't gonna use some of those buildings to rebuild a Black Wall Street, if you ain't gonna use some of that money to, revive your whole community, if you ain't gonna do that, we don't want to hear from you, Hov. We don't want to hear from you, Jay. Take your money and go your way. We don't care about a halftime show, homie. We don't care about the Super Bowl for real. We don't really care about an album. We don't want to hear you rapping. You know what I'm saying? What billionaire from any other culture you see still rapping, tapping and spitting? You a puppet, homie. You a jigaboo. You a house nigga. You done went from the field to the house. You living in the basement of the higher ups and the elites. And only other slaves think that you somebody. Only other slaves gonna keep letting you get over with this bullshit with these halftime shows, homie. We don't. That was bogus. It was bogus. I'm probably the first one that's saying this. You ain't gonna find this nowhere else on YouTube. You ain't gonna find nobody else talking like this because the majority of these content creators, they puppets as well. That's why they feel like they doing something. That's why they feel like they got some motion. Because they scared to talk and say, Jay-Z, we tired of that bullshit, homie. We tired of that's some whole shit. Man, you done turned to a whole. Man, Tupac knew what you was when he was alive. Tupac called you up. I didn't believe Tupac when he was talking down on Jay-Z. I didn't know it. I didn't know that it was like that for real. I couldn't see through the smoke and mirrors back when Tupac was talking down on Jay-Z, but Tupac could see the future. Tupac had a glass ball that he could see the future, and he called you, man. So yeah, we above these Super Bowl halftime shows, man. It ain't entertaining watching Usher rap and tap for these. Come on, man, for these football team owners, man. How about you? How about you get a football team? How about you start a football league? Big salute to Ice Cube, homie, the big three. How about you start your own Grammy Awards and start giving out your own awards so we can stop depending on these white people giving us the wrong awards? Why not buy up 300,000 acres and build a whole Black Wall Street? Why not do that? So it's disgusting work, man. It's disgusting work. And we're gonna talk about Trump. We're gonna talk about the immigrant crisis. You know what I'm saying? And I like to give my perspective on those things. I like to speak on those things because it's all intertwined, my G. It's all intertwined. When the higher ups and the elites move, they playing chess at the highest level. So they say, listen, man, before we bust this move, let's put Jay-Z out there. Oh, the black people love Jay-Z. Oh, they love Jay. Do you remember when Jay-Z told all the black people to stop drinking Cristal and all the black people stopped drinking Cristal? I mean, he told all the black people to wear button-ups and to take their throwback jerseys off. And guess what they did? They followed Jay-Z. So let's put Jay-Z out there because it's about to get real in America. And we need black people. We need them off balance just a little bit. We need them off balance just a little bit because when these immigrants come across the border, we don't need black people attacking the immigrants. We don't need black people causing a ruckus when we trying to set a narrative with these illegal immigrants. Who's the only person that can help us with that? It's Jay-Z. Okay, fine. We're going to make Jay-Z a billionaire. Matter of fact, we're going to make Jay-Z a multi-billionaire. And after we give him $2 or $3 billion, we're going to put his ass out there, right? And he's going to do what yeah. Oh, we know Jay-Z. We all know what Jay-Z was willing to do. He had $100 million company. It was black owned. It was him. It was Dame Dash. It was Biggs. And guess what Jay-Z did? He snaked out his best friends. He snaked out his best friends just to come with us. Oh, we got one, baby. Oh, man, we got one. I'm not lying, man. I'm not lying, man. He snaked out his best friends just to come with the higher ups and the elites, just to be a puppet. He was so hungry to be a puppet, we allowed him to be a puppet. And you know what? We're going to use him. Not only are we going to give him multi-billion dollars, but we're going to have him in control, and we're going to let him control and choreograph the halftime show for the Super Bowl. Oh, listen, black people will love that. Oh, they will love that. Oh, we can get all the black puppets to dance around and put the shiny suits on and prance around. We'll give them $100,000 here and a couple of $100,000 there, and we'll have their top entertainers dancing around like puppets in the middle of our game. Because, I'm a team owner. He's a team owner. I mean, listen, man. It's a reason why it's not one black person that owns a football team. Those football team owners, they have 10 billion, $15 billion. They don't got a couple of billion like Jay-Z. Jay-Z's a fucking worker. Jay-Z is a fucking worker. They got Jay-Z on the damn payroll, setting up the damn halftime show for Usher and Alicia Keys and Ludacris to dance around the damn stage on that. Come on, man. It's disgusting work, G. It's disgusting work. It's disgusting work. And I'm just here to tell you, Hov away. I'm disappointed, man. It's disgusting work. I hate to see it, man. You gave up a fully running black-owned business like Rockefeller to be a fucking worker for for the higher ups and the elites. Whew. We all saw what Jay-Z did to Dame Dash. We all saw what Jay-Z did. I mean, you got to understand something. Not just Dame Jazz, but Jermaine Dupri. Jermaine Dupri was offered that job first. Now, mind you, regardless of who got it, it's a damn job. It's a job, homie. Jermaine Dupri and Jay-Z was fighting for a job with the NFL. A damn job, homie. And Jay-Z told Jermaine Dupri, I don't think you should take the job. And then you know what Jay-Z did? The snake that he is, he took the damn job. Bruh. All they put they find the one, they use them, but Jay-Z ain't no better than nobody. I think it's a worker. This thing is a worker, homie. Why you think him and Dame could never be friends again? Why you think him and Dame could never reconcile? Why it's always gonna seem like it's tension? Because Dame was the rebel. Dame was the boss. Dame knew how to take it to the next level. He knew how to beat the higher ups and the elites at their own game. So I mean, I'm just giving y'all the game right now. But Jay-Z snaked him to get on his knees. Yeah, yeah, he got on his knees. He got on his knees, homie. You know what they do when they get you on your knees. Yeah, Jay-Z got on his knees. That's why his dreads is laid down like that. Jay-Z had dreads like Basquiat. Basquiat was a gay painter. It's a lot of information. I'm giving you so much at one time. I'm sure you're gonna have to hit that little red button, pull it back. But Jay-Z had dreads like Basquiat, and Basquiat is a gay painter. So Jay-Z whole image went from street drug dealer to businessman to gay painter. And now if you look at his damn dreads, they laid down like Pippi Longstockings. Jay-Z got a head full of Pippi Longstockings. See, it's still some real ones left, homie. It's still some real ones that's gonna look past the smoke and mirrors. It's still some real ones that's gonna look past all the money and see the sucker in you, man. We don't want to. I don't want to see. Listen, man. Look, that shit was depressing, man. It shit was depressing, man. It was disgusting work watching us up there shucking and jiving like that. Come on, take his shirt off. He oiled up. He got a bunch of baby oil. He hugging all over Alicia Keys. She can't even get the damn notes right. Alicia Keys look. I don't think she did dress rehearsal. I don't think Keys did sound rehearsal. She just came out there and got to singing. And come on, man. That shit was bad, man. We need Garth Brooks. Y'all need to bring Garth Brooks back. You know, the country singer. I wouldn't mind the next Super Bowl show next year being Garth Brooks or a rock band like Kiss or even Taylor Swift. Just bring back a Caucasian. It could be Post Malone. It could be anybody. It could be anybody, but one of you, come on, man. One of you house niggas dancing around, shucking and jumping and jiving. We don't need that no more, man. That shit was disgusting work. Nobody's gonna praise that show. And then out of all of that, out of everything that we just watched, out of everything that we just saw, guess what? The NFL that's ran by the higher ups and the elites, the team owners that's ran by the higher ups and the elites. And mind you, I said team owner, not workers like Jay-Z, not employees like Jay-Z, team owners. The owner of the NFL, they made all the money. You know, they were selling these commercials, 11 million, 20 million, 40, 50 million dollars for 60 seconds of a commercial, during the halftime show. They the ones that made a killing. They the ones that made generational wealth. They the ones that took it to the next level while you got Usher and Alicia Keys and goddamn CeeLo Green up there shucking and jiving and smoothing and dipping and skipping all on the stage and shit, thinking they cool, thinking they did something. The NFL and the team owners, they all got shares. They all got percentages in the ad shares. It's called ad shares, homie. Just like YouTube. You know, when you watch these YouTubes and then the ad come on, they pay for that. That's all the Super Bowl is meant for. Y'all think it's about the sport. Y'all think it's about the ring. Y'all think it's about the game. When the real big picture is the ad shares. How many commercials they gonna sell? How many commercials can they fit in? And they sell those commercials for hundreds of millions of dollars. The immigrants are the new slaves, my G. Don't, stop wasting your breath talking about what the immigrants are doing. Stop wasting your breath talking about the immigrants are going to take this and the immigrants are going to take that and the immigrants this and the immigrants that. Stop wasting your breath. The play has already been ran, homie. Talking about it every day, running your mouth about it every day, that's nothing. That's not doing anything. That's counterproductive. The play has already been ran. Now it's time to look behind the smoke and mirrors and say, what are the immigrants here for? They here to be the new slaves, my G. They here to be the new lower class. They here to be on the new government assistance. That's what they are here for. They're here to be the new thugs and criminals that get plastered all over the TV screen. That's one of the reasons they're here. But another reason is to disguise the agents that's coming in with them. Disguise the spies, disguise the cells, the agents that's coming in. They coming in, homie. They know how to make bombs. They know how to get their hands on guns. Yeah, they are fully prepared to cause war on American soil. Fully prepared. That's why the immigrants are here. That's why all of this is happening. Now, okay, I'm gonna leave y'all with this. What should you do? Well, listen, man. Make sure you either got a business running, a corporation running, or make sure you locked in at your job. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, I'm here to tell you, homie. They got y'all confused about corporate America. It's nothing wrong with being engaged with corporate America. They got y'all thinking that everybody's supposed to be a boss. Everybody's supposed to be this, that, the third, a CEO. Nah, homie. Lock in. Lock in to corporate America or start your own business. Stand 10 toes down on that. That's the first thing you do. Secondly, understand that you are an upper class citizen, man, if you believe it or not. I know the narrative been black people is X, Y, and Z for the last 100 years, but get it in your mind. Get it in your mind, homie, that we have elevated to another level. We are bigger than a halftime show. You understand what I'm saying? Get that in your mind and understand that, the seats that we filled for all of those years are now being filled. They are now being refilled by the immigrants. Public assistance. I don't know nobody personally that would get approved for public assistance, because if you work any type of job, homie, that make any type of money, then you don't qualify for public assistance. You got to be dirt poor, dirt broke, like one of these illegal immigrants when they come in this country with nothing to qualify to get approved for government assistance. You understand? We are on another level where we don't qualify for government assistance. We're not qualifying for TANF. We're not qualifying for food stamps like that. Who you know that's getting food stamps? Do you know anybody personally that get a whole bunch of food stamps? And if you know what I'm saying, I'm asking you. Is it anybody close to you that live in, government assisted housing where they pay $8 a month? Do you know anybody? I don't. The people that I know that make the least money still don't qualify for public assistance. So those seats are being refilled. Now, if those seats are being refilled, then that means they're going to live in your community. They're going to live around the urban community. Last but not least, homie, they not willing to leave. They not willing to leave because, places like China, we in debt. We trillions of dollars we owe China. So one hand got to wash the other. You saying you ain't got the money to pay China back? Well, we gonna offload a couple of million people on your soil, and y'all gonna deal with that. And if you got to ask yourself, why didn't the police shoot those immigrants? With everything that's going on with these immigrants, why haven't we heard of a police shooting when it comes to these immigrants? Because the higher-ups and the elites have already informed the DP, the police department, do not harm these immigrants. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be, homie. I'm trying to give you the game because, again, when most of y'all look at Jay-Z, y'all think he a boss. Y'all think he a owner. Jay-Z is a worker. Jay-Z sold Rockefeller, got rid of Dame Dash, did his whole team dirty, and he went to working for the Russians. He went to working for the NFL. He went to working for the higher ups and the elites. Dame Dash is a boss. That's why he always look out of position, because the higher ups and the elites ain't gonna let a black man like Dame Dash, who's confident in his abilities, you understand what I'm saying? Go to that level. They know a Dame Dash will end up buying a football team. They know a Dame Dash will end up selling oil and get in bed with the Arabs and all of that. They know Dame Dash is smart enough to do that. They know that Jay-Z is a snake enough to stop that. Jay-Z is greedy enough to bow down and suck an eggplant of the higher ups and the elites instead of standing on 10 toes and pouring back into his people, rebuilding his community. It's a word I'm looking for, but it'll come to me. Liberate. That's the word I was looking for. Jay-Z is the guy that's never gonna liberate his people. Billions of dollars. Oprah Winfrey, all of these black people with all this money, the last thing they gonna ever do is liberate their people. Oh, don't worry though. Don't you worry, because Oprah Winfrey, instead of liberating her people with $1 billion or whatever she got to give to her people to liberate, rebuild, restructure the infrastructure of her people, she gonna give you the movie called Color Purple, where you got two men in there doing, the Rainbow Coalition dance. Yeah. I never seen the movie, but I heard it was a whole bunch of LBG 123 ABC community activity all in the movie. That's what I heard. Huh? So instead of liberating her people, she gonna give you the color purple. Jay-Z, instead of liberating his people, you know what he gonna do? He gonna give you a damn Super Bowl halftime show with Usher Raymond up there with an extra baby oil, dancing around with CeeLo Green or JD and everybody else. Usher Raymond and friends. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be, man. The game. I'm gonna give it to you raw, my G. I'm gonna give it to you raw, and you can take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. Every live stream lately, I've been getting more, and I've been getting more trolls in the chat. I've been getting more and more trolls in my DMs on Instagram. I mean, it's really become outrageous. It's really not something that I'm used to, but it don't matter because I got shooters in the chat. And I ain't gotta tell the shooters to shoot, cause I'm listen, don't nobody work for Grown Man Business TV. If it's a shooter in the chat, then that mean he his own boss. I ain't gotta tell him to shoot. He gonna shoot who he wanna shoot. And for everybody in the DM asking if they got blocked or if it's this, I don't know, homie. I don't even check I don't check none of that. If your ass got shot down, and listen, you either gonna get down or you gonna lay down. And if you lay down, you gonna stay down. So salute the solo warrior, man. Head tap him every time. I ain't even come on, man. And stay out the DM asking about this and that. Because if your ass got laid down, then you gonna stay down. But the game is potent. The more potent the game is, the more bots in the chat. The more potent the game is, the more bots in my DM. I'm the only one telling y'all what ain't nobody on the net talking like this. Man, come on, man. Listen, man. Listen. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be, my G. Salute. Salute to everybody in the chat. Now listen, man. We don't ask for cash apps over here. We do not ask for super chats. That's not the way we play over here at Grown Man Business TV. I've been sitting down. I'm relaxed. I don't feel like walking around. If you know, you know. We at the big house right now as we speak. All I say is hit the subscribe button. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, because time and energy is the highest forms of currency. And if you in a live chat, if you in my DMs, if you in the comment section, then that means you spending time and energy with Grown Man Business TV, and I highly appreciate that. Highly appreciate that. You feel what I'm saying? But time and energy is the highest form of currency, and the subscribe button. The subscribe button is something that gotta be tapped on. Yeah, we only growing organically, my G. We are approaching 20,000 subscribers. Imagine that. Couple of years ago, you know, we was getting monetized. We was talking about Nipsey Hussle. We was talking about Young Dolph. We was exposing the higher ups and the elites, and now we close to 20,000 subscribers organically. And I already told y'all when it come to the channel, we gonna take it to new heights. We gonna meet in person. We gonna rub shoulders in person. We gonna tap in real life. So all these things are in the workings. All these things are being worked out as we speak. You feel what I'm saying? So again, if you need the game, be sure to hit the red button, run it back. But you got to be informed. You got to be in tune. And when I watched this Super Bowl, and I ain't gonna lie, I was not fully entertained. The shit didn't hit the same like it used to. The Super Bowl used to be the Super Bowl. But it's so much going on in America as we speak. It's so much going on this land. It's so much deception. It's so much smoke and mirrors that even the Super Bowl wasn't entertaining. Baby girl, what's going on? How's work? You tired? Okay, give me 2 seconds. So listen, man, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. Feel what I'm saying? You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. I suggest you tap into this grown man business. I suggest you tap into this grown man content at all times. You already know what it is. Straight off the bricks into the bottles. Straight off the brick into the bottle. Straight raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoat nothing. We not dressing nothing up. You already know I'm giving it to you straight raw, my G. Salute, solo warrior. Wisdom B. Salute, my G. So listen, man. Tap in and tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. Hit the subscribe button. We definitely going live tomorrow again. It don't stop. Consistency all year long. We not stopping. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be.